Quilters, I'm Mindy with Quilting Mayhem, and welcome to part 2 of the Vintage Windmill Sew Along. Today we're going to take all these diamonds that you cut out last week and all the triangles from the strata that you cut out, and we're going to turn them into half hexes. In the pattern it shows you how many of each color you need to do. Remember, if you bought one of our bundles, we're working only with 20 colors and we just cut 2 sets of each. So what's going to help you with your layout is downloading Krista Mosier's Vintage Windmill coloring page. And that way you can put in all your fabrics where you want them before you start sewing. So let me show you how this block is going to go together. All right, so now I have 3 of my print diamonds, 3 of my plain diamonds, and 12 of my triangles in a strata. Now I've made sure that these are using the exact same grays in all 12 of these triangles. When I lay it out, I just alternate print next to color and vice versa. So 1 half hexie will be the 2 prints in the solid, and 1 half hexie is going to be 2 solids in a print, so that after the quilt comes together, they're going to match up. Your triangles are then going to just go in together. 2 of them together make you that nice little bend. And just sew on. And that's how it'll look once it's together. So now, when I'm ready to take it to my machine, I can just flip 1 triangle over and take a diamond. Now when I sew, and if I have 1 fabric that has no seams and a fabric with seams, I try to lay the one with seams on the bottom so it runs smoothly along the bed of my machine, and I don't have to worry about the foot on my machine hitting any seams and making them turn or flip the way I don't want them to go. So I then just take this to the machine and I'm going to sew this at a 1/4 inch seam. So now that I have one side on, we're going to add the other side, and I'm going to do the same. I will make sure that I put the flat side on top, the side with the seams on the bottom. What's nice about Krista's ruler is she has you cut out all these little notches so you don't have your dog ears, and so they line up nice and perfectly, and you don't have to worry about being not right on point with the block. We'll take it to the machine and we're going to sew all the other sides on. You should now have 6 triangle units that look like this that you will then put into your 1/4 hexie units. So these 3 and these 3 will go together and then be ready to be put into rows. Do not go and make the full hexie, because that is not how the quilt goes together. This will avoid you from needing to actually put it together using Y seams. So make sure that you keep them in their half hexie units so that when you actually go to put the quilt top together, it goes together seamlessly without any Y seams. When I put these 2 units together to start, I do like to pin and match my seams to make sure that these make a nice sharp angle and that my colors match together for my star, and then I'll take it to my machine and sew them together and press them open. Now that you have these 2 units put together, you're going to add that 3rd unit. Remember, we have those nice little cutout corners, so they'll match up. Match your seams, pin them, take them to your machine and do your 1/4 inch seam again, and your half hexie will be ready. So here you see we have our 2 half hexies done. And this is what you're going to focus on for week 2, is just making a whole bunch of lovely little half hexies so that you are all ready for our final step of week 3 of putting your quilt together. So thank you for joining us, and happy stitching.